Good morning. Today is April 22nd, 2021, Earth Day. Welcome to Column Hinge at Alpha Omega. We're located halfway between Death Valley and Las Vegas, halfway between Joshua Tree and Area 51 in the Mojave Desert of the Southwest United States.
Welcome back, everyone, to Alpha Omega's sunrise ritual every day, the opening of the Treasury of Light. We're here at Column Hinge once again in the Mojave Desert, and this morning we'll be opening the 11th Treasury of Light. This ritual comes from an ancient Christian manuscript rediscovered in Egypt in 1769 that purports to contain the secret teachings of Jesus to his disciples. Leslie and I have been restoring these rites and carefully, painstakingly reconstructing them and reviving them. And you're along with us for the ride every morning as we open one of the 60 treasuries of light. I'm Reverend David Griffin.
I'm Reverend Leslie McQuaid.
And this is the lost magic of Jesus Revival. Wow, the sun has moved quite a bit to the north, Leslie.
Yeah, it's really amazing, isn't it?
Yeah. Shall we begin?
Yes. The sun is the dispenser of light to the earth. May the living light of the God Force inflame our souls with abundant life.
Our destiny lies amongst the stars, and to the stars humanity shall ascend.
Take a nice deep breath and feel into your body. Breathe deeply. Feel each breath as it moves into you. Move your body into a more comfortable position so that when you push your belly out to breathe in, you can really breathe in as much air as your lungs possibly can. And when you exhale, pull your stomach in so that your air is completely expelled. And as you are breathing deeply and feeling deeply into each and every part of yourself, visualize yourself as the tree of life, however it is you imagine that tree to be, and grow your branches up high into alpha sky. Drive your roots down deep into Omega Earth. I call on you in the east, Alpha. I call on you in the west, Omega. I call on you in the north, Alpha. I call on you in the south, Omega.
Alpha.
At Omega.
The beginning.
And the end.
The path of the age between sunrise.
And sunset.
And the path of the sun between birth.
And death.
And the path of life between Alpha.
Omega.
I invite you to take a deep breath, and with the next breath visualize the white light entering through you. Feel the energy in your body as you reach out and recontact the invisible God force all around you. And bathing our souls in this divine light energy, we call upon the angels in the invisible. Angels of the Treasury of Light, the 11th Treasury, we invoke you. Watchers, attend. We know your names. Stand aside and grant us entry into the 11th Treasury of Light. Ozei. Ozei. Aosa. Aosa. Ia. Ia. Let the watchers withdraw and let us enter into the 11th Treasury of Light. And there are 12 angels, heads in my Father's treasury. And these are the names that are in the places when they sing praises to my Father, and he gives light power to them. Eizeta eya. Eizeta eya. O a e. Ois. Ois. Zeia. Zeia. Toyazaz. Toyazaz. Eiza ei. Eiza ei. Tezoai. Tezoai. Ia. Tezazeiza. Ia. Tezazeiza. Oh yeah, yes. Oh yeah, yes. Eoizaz. Eoizaz. Azozoa. Azozoa. Toeia epsa. Toeia epsa. And so we completed our journey through the places, invoking each of the 12 mighty angels, head in its proper place and proper rank, until at length we came into the place of the midst, the place of the center, the place of the Father of the Treasury of Light. O Father of the 11th Treasure of Light, by your cipher and by your name, we invoke you. Ziota Owi. Ziota Owi. Let the divine light descend. It is the intention of this ritual and our fervent prayer to abolish slavery in all its forms.
Abolish slavery in all its forms.
Establish human liberty worldwide.
Establish human liberty worldwide.
And set our people free.
Set our people free.
Grant us a pro-human future.
Grant us a pro-human future.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Protect Homo sapiens from extinction.
Restore the purity of our air.
Restore the purity of our air.
Of our water.
Restore the purity of our water.
Of our food.
Restore the purity of our food.
And our medicines.
Restore the purity of our medicines.
May all who search for the abundant life promised by the living Jesus discover the God force energy and how to flood our living souls with it. And also, at the end of this lifetime, may we not return continually for another lifetime of bondage on this planet, in a meat body working for a social economic system. But may the end of this lifetime ascend directly into the kingdom of light, the kingdom of heaven, in the luminous universe inside light, following the way opened for us by the living Jesus upon his ascension. All these things we ask in the name of the living Jesus. Amen.
Amen. So mote it be. Take a moment now to again feel into your body. This ancient magical rite we are doing together helps you experience more God force energy. And as you feel more of this energy within you, so you are better able to feel what others may be experiencing. There's different levels to this. Sometimes it's sympathy. Sometimes it's empathy. Now, what is the difference between sympathy and empathy? Empathy is when you yourself have actually experienced the thing that you see someone else experiencing, and you feel for them. Empathy is deeper than sympathy. Sympathy is when you look at someone else's suffering, and although you've never experienced that suffering before, you feel for them anyway, in as much of a capacity as you can imagine. And because our imaginations are powerful, sometimes sympathy is even more powerful than empathy. You see, if someone has had a very hard life, they tend to be overly sympathetic to others because they don't want others to experience what they have, remembering what their lives were like. When someone offers sympathy to someone who isn't really suffering, it sets up a strange dynamic, because if someone is offered relief when not suffering, well, then they tend to look upon what they have been experiencing as suffering. Well, why else would they have gotten sympathy for it? And I think this is the feeling that has run much too rampant in our world of late. You see, there's a very fine line between helping people and between enabling people. And this is something else we talk a lot about, but not very often publicly. When you enable someone, what that means is that they're exhibiting a bad behavior, and rather than correct them in the moment and help them to be a better person, which is giving them a hand up and absolutely appropriate, instead you say, "Oh, there, little feller. It's not going to be so bad. You know, chin up, and I'm really sorry this has happened to you, and here's a nice lollipop. Will a lollipop make you feel better?" Now, you can see how that would spoil a child, but you must also understand how that could spoil an entire nation. If you have a nation of trusting, obedient, intelligent people who are experiencing hardships, and you tell them, "Oh, here's some government aid to help you and help ease your suffering," well, then they're going to look around at their life and think that they've been suffering, when in fact they haven't been. Times have been just a little tough. And in fact, it's when times are a little tough that all of us grow the most. When you think of it, think back and be honest with yourself. Do you learn more when you do something right or when you do something wrong? Well, of course, the obvious answer is you learn more when you do something wrong, because then you have to correct yourself. And in the process of correction, there is education. And that education is what helps us grow. But you can't grow without a little pain. The acorn has to give up its identity as an acorn in order to become a tree. And it can't tickle when that change happens. Same with butterflies. It can't feel good when the caterpillar is in the pupa transforming, but it does anyway. And a lot of people right now are going through some painful transformations, and there may be others who see these and want to offer sympathy. And I tell you, it's a complicated dance and one of the greatest mysteries on earth, to know when to lend assistance and when to let someone struggle. And so today, on this day when we are called to do works of charity and earth, be sure to understand when you're giving a hand up and the difference between that and a hand out. This will be easy to discern when you take the time before you make the decision to take a deep breath of God force.
Thank you, Leslie, for that beautiful and inspiring message. If you'd like to know more about the Lost Magic of Jesus, be sure to drop by alphaomega.church, our website. While you're there, be sure to download our free ebook, already set up and waiting for you there, that gives you the beginnings of the Lost Magic of Jesus system, the 3 baptisms that Jesus used to initiate his disciples, secret baptisms beyond the baptism of John the Baptist. While you're there, we invite you to visit our prayer wall. We bring the petitions daily to the angels. And also, while you're there, we ask that you consider using our donation button. We're an old-fashioned church. We don't take any handouts, like Leslie was talking about, from the government, but we survive completely by the support of our congregation. Thanks again for coming out. We hope to see you here again tomorrow. And until then, at the hour of sunrise, as always, remember, have faith and expect a miracle.
And until we have the pleasure of each other's company again, may the God force run strong within you. And as always, may your magics work better than expected.